What's up, guys? How's it going? Maybe you can see me over here. Maybe you can see me up here. Maybe you can see me down here. Righteous. Alright. What's up, everybody? Let me get situated here. Welcome to Silver State RC Adventures. It's your dude T-Mac, T-Dog, Trevor, bringing you an unboxing of a new RC truck to the fleet here. I know, you're going to tell yourself, Trevor, what is going on here? This is something different. New brand. New element of a sort in the new world of something I've never had before. What is going on? Well, guys, I'm here to tell you why. Because I need something fun and fast in my life. And, I think this is the thing that's going to do it. We've had the Losi Pro Moto MX pre-ordered a little over a month now. And with that whole fiasco turning into a crap storm right now of waiting and unknown and unavailability of a whole lot of stuff and everything and the excitement and yada 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 yada, I just decided to go ahead and cancel my pre-order and go on the hunt for one of these now because apparently it was hard to find one of these as well. Because Losi is just, I guess, making cool stuff, and yeah, people are just buying a lot of it, I guess. I don't know, or maybe we're just not, maybe they're not making enough of it. We don't know, but I finally found one. It's not the heat wave that I wanted, but the local hobby store had a method in stock they just got, and I decided to go ahead and just take it off their hands from them, for them as well. So, yeah. Purchase was made today. Refund was received today from A Main and all that other good stuff. Would have loved to have that Pro Moto MX, but who knows when I'm going to get it. Yeah. And, yeah, just seeing this 2.0, I knew I needed it. Because it now has 8 shocks, like a true desert truck. Which was my only limiting thing stopping me from buying the regular Baja Rey 10th scale. Was that it just had 4 shocks, and I was like, well, that's stupid. And then I wanted the Hammer Ray. The Hammer Ray was really cool, just never got around to it. And then they released the Razor Ray, which I was about this close to buying, until this released. And then I was like, yes, I want it. So, yeah, you know, I was looking around the internet, again, all back-ordered. I'm like, oh my gosh. Can I just get a new RC truck, please? I just want a go-fast basher with some coolness to it. And I've always wanted a pre-runner, like, desert truck like this, or a dirt bike. And, well, since you can't get the dirt bike, we'll get the desert truck. And we'll just wait maybe till next year till I can get a dirt bike. We'll see. We'll see whenever we can get one of those. We'll see whenever it happens. I got a couple people looking around for me, so, you know, if they find one, then we'll snatch one and we'll just make it happen. Or we'll just wait for a little bit because maybe I'll be having fun with this, and I do need to get some other stuff done to the fleet, like the Apex 2 and all, yeah, whatever. This is a review about the Baja Rey 2.0. Anyways, yes, we made it happen. Let's go ahead and just unbox this thing. Let's stop talking. I've been talking long enough. It was pretty cool because I walked in the door and it was already like unboxed for display. And I walk in the door and it's right there and they're like, hello, sir, how are you doing today? Can I help you with anything? And I was like, no, because I already found what I'm looking for and it's right there, blam, blam. And they're like, oh, well, easy. And I said, yes. And I need a battery and done. But anyway, protective cardboard jiggers. All right, little foam for the front end, probably. And some zip ties. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just give me something to work with here. There we go. Will that work? Yes. Silver State RC Adventures with the most awkward unboxings ever. I like taking it off funny for you guys. It's fun. Anyways, you can probably see me a whole lot better now. Maybe, kind of. This truck's still kind of tall and enlarged and in charge of my face type thing. Look at this thing, man. This thing is cool looking. Wasn't like really wanting the Raptor method body too much, but you know, after looking at some pictures and videos online and now seeing it in person at the store and stuff like that, and looking at it more here, it's nice. It's nice. It's very nice. I like it. I like the color scheme, the blue, the nice matte gray. You know, I think the color here is going to be kind of welcomed and nice compared to like the Heat Wave just being, you know, like a flat black with the gold lettering. Nothing against it. Just you know, this is kind of like more my style. Bright, cool colors. Too bad there wasn't like a another variation of some sorts or something, but hey, this is cool. I have no issues with it. I like it. Looks good. And what's cool about the RC world, you can always just buy the other plastics and swap them and make it look however you want and all that other cool stuff. So yeah, no biggie, no worries, no big deal. Really cool. You know, it's got a lot of scale detail, as you can see already here. Yeah. Should be already, oh my god, yeah, like look at all that suspension droop already. That's going to be a lot of travel. A lot of travel, oh my god, a lot of travel. Yes sir, yes sir. It's rear end travel there. Oh, front end travel here for you. Oh yes sir. Yes sir. Look at it just tucking. Tucking. Oh yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do a little urban assault action, a little desert action. All type of trophy truck action. This one looks solid. Solid as a rock. And I guess I'd kind of like to take these plastics off to show you guys a little bit more stuff, but it looks like I'm going to need a 2mm and a lot of time. So we'll just kind of just look at it. Would you look at it? You got the front end here, looks pretty solid. It's gonna have the lights in the grill will light up. These have lights in them, just like your Raptor grill and your real Raptor. The LED lights in there will light up. These will all light up, which will be good. There's a light bar in the back that is red. That will light up so you can see the back end of it at night and other cool stuff. More scale detail action. Yes sir. The rear end's gonna have all the cage stuff in the back end there. Functioning spare tires, which will be cool. They just you know, these little wing nuts, you take those off, swap out these two tires and put them on. It'll most likely be the rear tires you'll blow off first, so you'll probably swap those out first. And all that other cool stuff. And then tires feel really good. Feel like a really nice hard carcass. Take 3S abuse, because it is 2S and 3S capable. I went ahead and purchased, I know, wait for it, a 2S battery. I know, Trevor, what are you doing? Why would you buy a 2S battery for this? Well, it does, what does it say, like 50 plus or something like that with a 3S. I don't need this thing doing 50 miles an hour right now. I just want to do some cool driving and like medium jumping and just scale coolness with it, you know? So yeah, I don't need to be doing 50 yet. Keyword yet, because, you know, with my Rift, with how I eased into that as well, my Rift, I only drive it on 4S now, so, you know, it can just be one of those things, you know, just I eased into it on 3S for a while, got used to it, comfortable, then I got the 4S, and then same with this, we'll just drive it on 2S for a little bit, get really comfortable, drive it, see how it drives and everything, then we'll throw a 3S, see, you know, how much more power it adds to it, and then we'll probably just acclimate to just only driving 3S in the truck. But yeah, that's what's cool about the hobby, is that I can do whatever I want. If I want to buy a 2S battery for my Baja Rey 10 scale, I can. You know, it's not like it's going to be slow anyways. It's a 3800 kV, I think it's 130 amp ESC, you know, just like the Rift was, I believe. Looking at it, kind of looks-ish the same-ish. So it very well could be the same 130 amp. Oh, you know what, Trevor, we could just stop messing around. I think it actually tells me on the box right here. Let's see. Not on that side. Maybe somewhere over here. I know, Trevor, what are you doing? Your video sucks, I know. What I want, man. Yeah, 130 amp, waterproof, 3800 kV, 130 amp. So that's going to be the same one from the Rift, and 3800 kV will not be the same as the Rift, but we'll give this thing plenty of speed. 2S, 3800 kV, still going to rip pretty good. I'm guesstimating with the 2S, I can still get around 35-40. Because I think I see like someone with their unboxing, they slap the 3S, and I think they hit speeds of like 52, 53 or something like that. So I think with the 2S, I should hit about 35-40, which would be plenty fun to have some fun with, you know, rip around, and then, you know, if I need to, I can always just go to the hobby store and buy a 3S battery. It's that easy, folks. But here, let's kind of like set that to the side. Let's give it a... Oh, yeah. Front needs some tweaking, it kind of looks like. It's really riding high. Back end's riding nice and squatty for hottie. But, you know, I told you guys it's going to be a hot boy RC summer, right? Hot boy RC summer. Now we have one of the key pieces we needed. Now we have a U-Tron, yeah. U-Tron for cool trail stuff. Been a very fun trail truck so far. Very happy with it. Let's see here. A little bit of that tape over there. There we go. Access some good stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Weird packaging, huh? A lot of weirdness. Alright, get on. Slide that in. Looks like we get a baggie. Got some batteries and some spare parts that are probably useless. We got our Spectrum DX3. This one's gonna be like one of those cool like smart controllers, so I can see like my battery life on it. Yes, I bought a Spectrum 2S. Didn't buy the G2 though because I used my ProTech charger. So the G2 batteries won't charge on that because they have to have the smart charger. So we just got the regular Spectrum smart battery or smart whatever. I don't know, whatever. Spectrum whatever. Proprietary, whatever. IC5 connector because this will require an IC5. When I feel like cracking off all of this stuff here to get to the receiver box, I'll probably eventually hook this up to my EX5 Rugged. We'll see. Maybe just use this. It's not a bad remote. Not a bad remote. It's got your ABC rate right here. Because this truck is equipped with the ABC receiver. That way you have active vehicle control, so as, you know, the rear end whips out this way, the front tires would turn that way to counteract it, you know, and then, you know, vice versa this way, the wheels would automatically just turn that way and give input to correct itself, to straighten itself out automatically for you if you have the AVC turned on. If not, turn it all the way down. You'll have to do all the driving yourself, which is no problem. If you'd like to drive that way, if you do. If you don't, you don't. You can use the AVC. AVC is fun and useful. It's not something to use against other people to bash on them and say like, oh, hey, you know, you're not a great driver. You don't need, you know, you need AVC and I don't, or blah, 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 blah. No, it's actually a very useful tool and stuff like that. So don't arc it. Just use it. If you don't, you don't. You'll have a brake rate knob, steering trim knob, throttle trim knob, your throttle limit switch, which will be 50, 75, 100, normal and reverse for throttle, normal and reverse for steering. The battery lights there show how much battery life you've got. Power button at the back here to turn it on and off with a LED light to let you know it's on or off. You will have a switch here for different channels. This is probably not going to be useful at all. There's a bind button here if you ever need to bind anything, stuff like that. You can, let's see, remove this up here, it looks like. Maybe not. Kind of looks like something that could be kind of taken off. Oh no, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe we'll leave it alone for now, but yeah, whatever. 4 AA batteries all up in there. Good stuff. And yeah, man. Speaking of this here, it's not gonna be like your crawler stuff, I guess, where you're gonna have all these cool sticker sheets and like lots of useful stuff. This is just gonna kind of be like a manual saying like, all right, dude, this is what's in it. This is what you need. Maybe the manual will tell you how to like work on it. We'll see. We'll find out. Comes with AA batteries, cool. Comes with like a little couple like metal gear majig thingy here's right here. I'm assuming, or maybe thinking that they go on your servo, because one says 24, the other one says 25. There's probably a 23 on there since it's the Spectrum. That probably works for the servo horn or for the servo saver, something like that. These two plastic things are probably like for the rear hubs on the axles or something. Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. No, well, maybe not. I don't know. Kind of looks like something for some axle lockouts. I don't know. Yeah. We'll look in the manual. We'll figure it out later. But you know, cool looking truck underneath there. Get all that goodness going on, looking on in there. So you know how the suspension looks. You got your 8 shocks now, so you got 2 shocks in each corner. Sway bar. 2 shocks each corner. Yes. Look at all that. Look at it. Look at it. Alright, let's see this manual here. It'll tell you about your parts lists, hopefully, then hopefully how to work on it too, in different functioning modes. Alright, it's already in the different languages, which means not much detail will go into this, huh? Let's well. Not much. Troubleshooting guide right here. I'll give you a description of different running modes. Your, you know, like with the definition of like drag, brake force, low voltage, punch, make, you know, all that stuff. Like if for me, I have a Spectrum programmer, so I'll be able to hook that up on here and tune it a little bit. Stuff like that, changing the pinion gear ratios, setting the gear mesh. Yeah, not too much detail is going to go on to here. It's going to tell you what's your programmable values and what they're set at stock. It looks like right here. ESC functions and modes, programming procedure, audible warning tones, ESC LED status type stuff. Yeah, changing the travel adjust settings. Performing a controlled direction test. The wheels rotate after the vehicle's powered on and just okay, change travel adjust settings, throttle endpoint, brake endpoint, left steering, right steering, run time. Yes, the manual's not going to give you, like before running the vehicle. Yeah, it's just kind of like basic info. But to like work on it, I think it looks like you might be on your own. Let's go to the very back here. Maybe there's something. Okay, yeah. There's some breakdowns back here. These breakdowns are kind of fun because they don't really like. Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite breakdowns. It's more like exploded views, as it says, but yeah, which always leaves you guessing on kind of like how to work on stuff in a way. Sometimes partly, and it goes into like 5 other languages, so not the greatest and most helpful instruction manual, but it will be useful. You will still get information needed from it and other stuff like that. So. But I cut that edge off when all I needed to do was whatever. Losi race inspired sticker. Cool. Swag. I love stickers, so. Stickers. I'm gonna put these batteries in there for now. They're not gonna last too long, but free batteries are free batteries, you know what I'm saying? Battery stuff's expensive nowadays, so use what you can, man. If I get one run from these batteries, I get one run from them. Yeah, seems to be radical. I know. It's a little different than all your associated stuff. I know. Sorry to cheat a little bit. Once in a while, another brand makes something cool that you need to have. Like, I've also got an axial rift, which some Trio parts just came in for, so I can update the electronics in that bad boy. And then I will go away from driving 4S on it like I've been talking about. But yeah, I want to drive 4S in it now. Well, it's only going to be 3S now because of this new Hobby Wing system that I've put in it. Well, will be putting in it, so. And then like Losi coming out with this and a dirt bike. So I'll have this and a dirt bike and a Rift. It'll be my off-brand stuff, and then just back to all my associated stuff. Like the Apex 2, my crawlers. I do need to get one of their short course trucks and like the MT8 for a cool basher as well. So yeah, don't worry. There's still some more associated stuff coming your way, guys. Yeah. Put that in there, put that in there, set that there. Alright, but yeah, this is your cool remote. I don't know, come back to your Caesars. We'll kind of set that aside there a little bit because, yeah. Look at that, it's freaking radical. Pre-scale. Pre-weighted. It's gonna flip. It's a Baja truck. Not really meant for handling all that stuff that great on sticky traction-y surfaces. So you're really gonna want to drive this on some loose traction to really get it to slide around and not flip over so much. So taking it easy on turns and stuff like that is definitely gonna be a must until you drive it more and figure out how to drive it, obviously. Because more seat time becomes more valuable to you, and then whatever. Yeah. But yeah, you know, for the price, not bad. $530, I think. Yeah. Yeah, $529.99. So yeah, $530. Not a bad product. Very cool. Very radical. It's gonna be awesome. We'll get some runtime going here at the that you can check out along with me just sitting here rambling on about a Baja Rey 2.0 and not really much about the differences that I should have gone over like the front diff and all that other stuff that I can't show you and other things, and a little bit of redesigning of things like that. But for the most part, you know, just have your bigger bearings. Everything just been kind of updated to take 3S abuse a lot more, you know, larger bearings, bigger structural stuff there, and integrity and stuff like that. For all that stuff, your 8 shocks to get more scale realism, one for dampening, one with spring rate to, you know, have different ride height and adjustabilities and stuff like that. And you can change your shock oils in each one and have different dampening and rebound rates and other stuff like that to get it dialed in for how you want to drive it on your terrain that you take it out to and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure some of the aluminum Losi hop-ups work on this. I know there's some differences, so some of them may or may not work. Definitely look into that. I'll probably let you know as well here too when I start buying some stuff and let you know if it works or not works. But for the most part, we're just going to keep it stock for the most part. Not trying to go too crazy on aluminum because aluminum bends and it's expensive. Plastic breaks and it's cheap and easily fixable. So, you know, the only thing we might do is just get some Proline beadlock wheels and like tires and stuff like that. They can shred it up with and stuff like that. But yeah, this is gonna be radical, guys. We're gonna have go fast goodies. Take it out to the dry lake bed. Go hit some whoops. Go do some go fast stuff on the dry lake bed out there. It's gonna be tight. Go to the park, hit some grass jumps, baseball parks. Go shred it up over there. Dirt lots by my house. All types of fun to be had. Stay tuned. But yeah, I know, not too much of an informal video from me today. More of a welcome and a little bit of info. And then we'll drive it, and then, you know, I'll talk more about it later because I've probably soaked up a lot of time. But, yeah. Enjoy more of the video, guys. We have some stuff coming up later.
Alright, listen here, brothers. This is the Macho Man Randy Savage here, ready to show you what the Baja Rey 2.0 can really do. Oh yeah, brother, you know what I'm talking about. Shreddy action, whoopee action, all types of 8-shock action going on. Let's get ready to see what type of trouble we can get into. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, guys, it's the Macho Madness. You guys ready to rip some shit? Don't try this at home, kids.
Hey, what's up, guys? Trevor again here. Towards the end of our video now. Gonna do our little rundown here of the truck after we've drove it a few times. Got about 4 or 5 battery packs in it now. Got a good little idea of how the truck drives. Obviously, I will still be learning, but within the 4 or 5 packs I've ran through it, got a good idea of how the truck reacts, how it's gonna drive, and how you should drive it, and things like that, and just got a good impression of it overall so far. And I can just tell you that, yes, I love this truck. I love it. Yeah. Oh man, this thing is awesome. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted on there. It was like I said something along the lines of like, this was one of those purchases that as soon as I drove it, I knew this is what I've been waiting for and thinking about in my head of what an RC truck should be like, almost, kind of, pretty much what I wanted my whole life. Which was just a sweet, just desert truck, man. Growing up, I've always had kind of like a short course truck oriented type thing, with like the Losis back in the day. Was it like the Junior T and all that other stuff, like something, stuff like that, and things like that, like there was just like regular, just kind of like 2-wheel drive trucks and things like that, and you just drive them, and you're always kind of limited because as soon as you went to the desert, like any kind of like rocks or anything like that were just in the way, and that is not the case with this truck. This truck will just run a lot of things over. It'll just float over things. And I'm not saying like I just took it out to just some beat up terrain. Like it's just, your normal average dirt. There might just be pebbles, but like a pebble to a slash nowadays or anything relative of just a short course truck. A pebble is a mountain to those things where it'll just flip it over or stuff like that, where this thing's just floating along the dirt lots like nothing, treating it like it's just asphalt, like it's a street. Drives great, fast, handles well, all of that. It just floats. It is just, oh man. Pin it to win it. Thing just floats over the freaking, all over the place. And then when you go to just flick it into some turns and just do some gnarly power slides and drifts and getting this thing sideways, and then you got to be a little careful depending on your surface, because it will grab some traction and traction roll you, and you'll flip the truck and all that other types of good stuff, which I've done. Maybe I think I've flipped it like 4 times. Some high traction, lose traction into high traction stuff, or just lose traction into deeper lose traction, which then gains more traction and resulting into a flip. But that was cool. I was sliding really fast too. Okay, man, just had this thing pitch sideways, ripping, probably sliding like 25-30 miles an hour, just completely sideways, and then just hit some deep gravel and boom, no good. But as you can see, truck looks fine. And speaking of that, truck's pretty tough too. I've taken some decent hits. The only thing I've done, from what I can kind of notice here, is it looks like the grill's kind of like popping out. And that was from an endo I did on accident. I hitting this little sand jump I made in a volleyball court, and just caught it wrong on one of the jumps, and only the back end caught the jump, and obviously made it whee, and then right onto the nose. But the lights do still work, so that's good. I might just have to take the grill off. Maybe there's some like dirt or something back there. Maybe that's all it is. And just get the dirt out, and then just maybe glue it, stick it back in there. That way it'll be nice and flush and cool again. But other than that, the truck takes it really well. You will kind of like touch the plastic and be like, oh wow, really? Is this gonna hold up? It doesn't seem tough, but it is. It's got a lot of flex to it, but then at the same time, there's a lot of good structural integrity in how the cage and all the joints were made, and stuff like that. Just kind of making good points and connections everywhere, so that way all the impact seems to be diversified throughout the whole chassis very well, and seems to just take a little bit of a pounding so far decently well. We will continue to see, obviously, along the ways, but this being a desert truck, it's not going to be a pretty thing for a while, because it's just going to get beat up. You're going to crash it, you're going to roll it, things are going to happen. It's just the way it is in the RC world, just like it is in the real world. Things are going to happen. Just like with how, it's got a lot of power, so usually when it launches, it's got a lot of torque twists. Go kind of in this direction a little bit. And in this wheel well area, there's a lot of paint that's getting rubbed off from that due to that. Driver's side a little bit as well. It's really depending on your turn angles, if you're doing more left, right turns and stuff like that, but if you punch it in a straight line, it is just going to go straight that way. Driver's side will go up in the air, and it'll rub the paint off up in here, and you'll just have to deal with it. Or you can do stuff, maybe put like some duct tape up in there, but then if you ever take the duct tape off, you are going to probably have to run the chance of peeling the paint off. So for me, it's whatever, it's no big deal. You just buy new body panels and all that stuff anyway, so whatever. And then if I do have to buy a new set of body panels, maybe I will just try the duct tape idea. So yeah, the only kind of like issue with that is duct tape is a little bit more traction than what this is surface wise underneath here, so it would kind of create like a braking action, like not like a braking parts, but like a braking as in slowing down braking. It'll slow down the rear end, and then you can maybe break stuff in the drivetrain. That's no fun either. So, but great truck so far. Great review from me. I mean, it's a great handling truck. It does everything so well. Handles the terrain well, takes it very well. Does scale little jumps very well. Like, you're not supposed to like launch this thing or send it, but I mean, like if you're just hitting like little cool like hits just to get the suspension working and dropping, you get to see it like full droop and then and stuff like that. Good. There's like one super cool scale jump that I want to do with this, but there's a huge risk with it. Because I will have to be around the top speed on 3S battery pack, around 50, and just hitting this big jump. But it would look so good. Oh, it looks so good. But like I said, it's a huge risk. But some of the only complaints that I do have are where some of the dirt gets. Like your rear end here, when this drive shaft goes into this plastic housing to your center diff, a lot of rocks get jammed in here. It makes a lot of noise and starts grinding on this coupler right here. So I'm not really a big fan of that, because you are always getting a lot of like squealing and loud sounds, and it's coming from there. Anytime you get a squeal or something that sounds like a bearing or anything, check here first. Guarantee there's a rock in there. I have little picks and stuff like that, so I get it in there and I get it out, then I blow it out with my air compressors and stuff, but that is no fun. The battery door here either is not really, I like the idea and the concept of sliding your battery in here and putting your battery in there, but then like, man, I'm just really worried that my wires are going to get broken off and just beat up, because there's like another little plastic thing that goes in here that I removed so I can fit the battery in there, and I'm using a Spectrum 5000 milliamp 2S battery with the EC5 connector on it, so it's not like I'm using something different. I'm using, kind of its required specimen. I'm not using the G2 type, which I think they have a little bit different battery plug exit style, but still, it's just kind of a pain how you got to get the wires in here some way, somehow, from, just not screwing up and whatever and whatnot, and then trying to get this closed. and then latching that. And it's got like a plastic hook here to make it seem like, oh, okay, yeah, just put the extra wire there, but then like it would just cause a whole lot more kinkage to the wire, and I don't know, I'm scared that a nice $60 battery is going to get destroyed quickly just by simply using it, and the wires having to go in its little battery compartment there. But other than that, not really mad at the idea of where the battery goes, because it is a cool idea. You just slide it in there and bam, put the battery plug in. And I know I can use like other batteries and stuff like that with the EC5. I figure I just use the Spectrum. They're easily accessible at the hobby shop here, and I'm using the stock remote still, and if I do swap it over to my Rugged, I can still get the telemetry and all that other stuff out of all of it and get the battery life and stuff, so might as well just use them. Who cares, whatever. I usually like Gens Ace and all that other stuff batteries, but whatever, batteries are batteries, and you're just gonna buy stuff and whatever. But yeah, those are kind of like my really two only gripes right now that I have with the truck, this much into it. Other than that, I really think it's a fun truck so far. The scale aspect of it, the scale look of it, the drivability of it, the performance of it, like they just, Losi did a really good job on the Baja Rey 2.0. Just looks wise and performance wise and everything like that, it's definitely there. It's a much better truck than the previous ones that they've done. So, good job. Good job. We'll probably stay with all the nice little plastic parts, stock plastic parts on it for a while. We'll see what happens, depending if I break stuff a lot, wear that, this, that, and the other. We'll do upgrades from Trio or whatever, Losi, aluminum upgrades and stuff like that if need be, if I want to. But for the most part, we'll keep it cheap and fun, just like you should. And then one thing also that I know earlier in the video, I was like, oh, I wonder what these are for here. And I remembered by simply just looking at it online, or at the truck online, but it'll have a couple extra caster blocks here. These caster blocks will have 0 degrees toe for the rear axle. Currently, the truck is equipped from the box with -3 degree toe camber, or toe angle caster blocks, so it brings the tires in a little bit. What that does is just makes the truck turn, gets the back to turn in a little bit easier, flick out more, and come around easier, being it all-wheel drive. It would typically want to push out, but with the tires in the rear and applying power through a turn, you can get the back end to kick out and slide around a lot easier and rotate better. So if you want your truck to rotate and turn in better and all that other good stuff, you can keep those on. If you don't really care too much for that, you just want like easier straight line predictability and stuff like that, these 0 degree ones will be more of your flavor. But yeah, I'll keep these on because I like agility, turn, flick in, maneuverability, and all that other stuff because I am a handling type of guy. But yeah, great truck, guys. Great truck. If you've been curious and you were waiting for Trevor's seal of approval to buy one, well, here it is. Do it. Buy it. Baja Rey 2.0. Come join the Baja Boys. Yes, that's a club we made out here now. So, it's just me and some friends, some UDRs, some Baja Rays, Super Baja Rays, some Mojaves, stuff like that. Go out and just have some shreddy good times, dudes. But yeah, thank you for watching the rundown, the review, some action footage, and all that other fun stuff of a new toy here at the Silver State RC Adventure Garage Extraordinaire Adventure Time. The new family member here. We'll have to come up with a name for it. We'll probably unleash that on the Instagram and all that other fun stuff and other videos in the future. But again, just thank you guys for all the support, watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that other good stuff to the channel. And definitely try and get some more content flowing on here for you guys because we need to. Yes. Alright, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. We'll see you in the future.